Hi everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 solo board games that I think is the hardest to beat. I'll start with number 5 work my way down. Number 5 I think is Dungeon Quest. And I believe this one's my top 5 is because it's kind of a luck-based game. Anyway, for solo play, you're trying to make it to the middle to get loot and make it out before the time runs out or you die. Meanwhile, when you're trying to get there and back, you're placing these tiles, and when you flip them, I mean, it could be a dead end. It can shoot you off different directions, and there's cards in here that if you actually one of these tiles, if you flip a tile over, it'll be a pit, and if you test your agility and you lose, you die. So there's some cards in there that can just kill you right off the bat. Like, I mean, you could be almost the first tile, which is kind of funny when you're playing with your friends. Like, you know, like we'll try to get us a loot and try to leave really quick, and we'll just die. So that's kind of funny. So this is kind of a luck-based game, but I like it a lot. I think it's fun. I like the maze aspects of it. If that's the right word. But no, it's a good game. I like it. But yeah, it's kind of everyone says it's based on luck, and I think they said the winning is like a 10-15% chance to win this game. So to beat this game. So anyway, so that is number 5, Dungeon Quest. Number 4 is going to be Homicide for me. There is some pretty easy missions. In this one, I have an expansion for it. Expansion which makes it a little harder because it has the poison zombies and stuff. But yeah, this one is it gets pretty overwhelming. I mean, it's every mission. There's a lot of hard missions, and this game is also pretty lengthy, so that could be kind of a downfall of some people. I mean, you're looking at an easy hour to play it. But anyway, it has certain objectives in every mission, but you're basically, I think in this one it's showing, well, I'll just say that's what it is. Some missions will have, you have to try to make it to the exit with all your characters still alive. So meanwhile, you're going through these buildings, and when you go through the building, you open a door, you have to draw these zombie cards and spawn zombies in here. You're going to try to kill them and get through here. And they kind of like follow wherever the noise is. So, and then meanwhile, as your turn ends, you use up all your points, there'll be a lot of more zombies that spawn in these little red markers. And you can drive cars and run over zombies, which is kind of funny, and there's different loot and guns. You level up your guys, and all the guys that do different things, and it's a pretty cool game. I like it a lot, actually. Like I said, you can play it solo, you just have to play with a couple people. But no, Homicide is a pretty hard game. It can be, but I think it's very fun. So, Homicide, number 4. Number 3. Castle Panic. Now, just the game alone, I think it's kind of simple. There is different modes you can play to make it easier. Like you can start out without any walls and just have just the castles there. Because when they're coming in, every turn these guys will move forward. I mean, some do different things, but anyway, most of these guys just move forward one every row, and so when they hit this, they'll knock down walls and stuff. But you can modify it, and I don't know. Even then, it's a pretty easy game. What makes it hard is the expansion. The Wizard's Tower. Now, I haven't beaten this yet. I've had it for about a month now, maybe a couple months actually, and I haven't beaten it yet. And I played it quite a few times. But, even though I haven't beaten it, I still enjoy it a lot. I've come close many times, but yeah, it adds more difficult guys, bosses that have 5 hit points. So this one only has, I think, a max of 3. This one's have up to 5, and yeah, it definitely made the game a lot harder, which I recommend because this game I feel like it's a little too easy alone, but even alone, this game is still really fun. You don't have to expand it. I still enjoy it a lot playing by itself. My friends come over, I usually just play just this. When I play by myself, I usually just go to Castle, the Wizard's Tower. So that's my number 3 because of the Wizard's Tower. I'm gonna have to say, let's do this one. Robinson Crusoe, a game I have never beaten. Again, it's just a time-based game. You kind of explore. The reason why you explore things is to open up different things to build to help you, whatever the objective is. Like sometimes you have to build a raft, so you have to like find the rope, and to find the rope you have to find I think it's the planes, and then you have to explore, and you have to like, and then meanwhile you're trying to battle like animals, and you're trying to fight and you have to battle the weather, make sure you're warm enough. You have to build a hut sometimes. You have to, and there's a lot of things going on in this game. No, it's just really hard to try to keep your people alive because like you get injured a lot in this game. You're getting wounds left and right. You know, morale track isn't high enough, so then you lose wounds there. You don't eat. You don't harvest enough food because you're trying to build too much stuff and you don't have enough food, so you lose more life from not having food. And so you'll die a lot in this game, but you know what? I will beat it, and I still love this game. So, and I think there is a lot, quite a few expansions for it. I believe. I really haven't looked it up, but I think there was like a King Kong one that I saw the Dice Tower play, but it looked kind of fun. But for this game alone, there's a lot of scenarios it comes with. I think there's 6 scenarios, but it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. It's like I said, it's pretty hard, but I like the whole building things and exploring, and you get different there's a deck where you can draw and get like treasures, but anyway, it's just really hard to try to, there's so many things going on in the game, weather and animals, and trying to survive, needing enough food, and meanwhile try to complete the mission before the time runs out. So anyway, that's my number. Is it 3? Number 2. Excuse me. Okay. So actually I'm gonna have 2 more. That's not gonna be my top 5. I lied. But this would be my number 1. Is Mage Knight. Another game. It's pretty hard to beat, but I have beaten it. But it's just, you can get very overwhelmed very fast towards the end of the castles, and actually depends on what scenario you're playing. But again, another game that I love a lot. And even though you don't complete the scenario, you still add up the points, which I never add up the points, but you can add up the points to see who wins there. But again, I just play this solo. I played with my friends a few times, and we had a lot of fun. But another game is just hard to beat, hard to explore all this, and then conquer the 2 cities before the 3 days ends up. And this is also kind of a lengthy game. What does it say here? It says, actually, yes, it's 1 to 4 hours, and I have played a 4-hour game off this with my friends. But usually if I play by myself, it's a 2-hour game. But I think this is one of my favorite games, actually. I have all the expansions. I just love the aspects of you can power up these cards and do different things, and you're using these cards for movement, and there's special skills you can get to battle these guys, and you have to make sure you use all your cards the right way, or else you won't get very far. If you're trying to save up all these move points for something, meanwhile you're discarding all these other good cards or wasting them, or sometimes you're just kind of stalling and not doing much, and of course the day moves on, and you only have 3 days to complete most of these scenarios. So, but no, I love the mana and the crystals you get to power up the cards, and the different. You get more cards to add to your deck, and your deck gets bigger, and then you get wounds too. On top of that, clog your hand, like I said, I don't go into too much detail, but it's just really fun. There's mana die, and it helps you drop your cards too. And this is a very good game. It's hard, but it's good. Like I said, even though I think I've only beat it once, but a couple times, but I still enjoy it a lot. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to beat it, but Mage Knight, that's one of my favorite games. So I'm gonna do some bonus ones. So it's not gonna be. So it looks like it's just gonna be 7 of them. I should have had this on my number 1, but Ghost Stories is actually very hard. I only put 1 elite ghost in here when I'm battling. Like I said, there's 9 villages that you can use to help you get tokens, and the tokens will actually help you roll. Like, you have 3 dice, except for I think the green guy you can have 4 if that's your special ability. But most of them you have 3 dice, and you can collect tokens to help it. So what you're trying to do is, again, so there's 2 black markers here, and if I was battling this ghost, you draw a ghost on your turn. If I was battling this ghost here, I need 2 blacks, and you only have, I think there's 1 color each on this die. So really the chances are kind of low to roll actually 2 black die with 3 die. So I mean, you can get tokens. The villagers help you out too, and each guy has a special ability. Like the green guy, you can roll another die, so you have 4 die instead of 3. And but basically, you're just trying to fight off these ghosts, and I mean, you have to roll good a lot to win this game. I mean, I've come close to winning this game, but again, it's just I just end up dying. And, you can't come back in this game if the tile isn't flipped over, because when these guys come through and haunt it, then these tiles get flipped over and they're haunted, and you can't use their special abilities anymore. But this is a very hard game. Everyone will say it, but it's super fun. I had a lot of fun with this game. Still have a lot of fun with this game. It's just, their odds are just really low. I think you're supposed to add like 4 elite guys in the game and in the deck, because you get to stack your deck just right. And yeah, it's hard, but also very fun. It's definitely recommend playing with, like, even if you're playing by yourself, I'd probably play with 3 of these Ninja Warrior guys, or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, I wouldn't just play with 1. You get overrun way too fast. But yeah, Ghost Stories. Anyway, so that's my top, I guess, 6. I changed it to 6. His Ghost Story should be probably number 1. But I was just trying to say top 5. But that was a little bonus extra one. That is, I think, tied for number 1. That's what I'll say. That's tied for number 1. So, one of the hardest games. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, like I said, even those games are pretty hard, I still recommend them, and they're really good games, and I had a lot of fun with them. And anyway, I have to say that's a wrap, and have a good day.